every now and then I come across small single tesseras on the Thames foreshore. It is rather unusual to find mosaics, complete or parts like that, on the River Thames foreshore, and I would like to think that they could be Roman, but to be honest, they are not. Although the tesserae showing here in these mosaics are smaller enough to be Roman, 0.5 to 1.5 centimeters, they look very regular, whereas the Romans, they tended to have tesseras not as regular. They have not been identified yet by the experts, but I will be bringing them with me to my next visit to the Museum of London with the Finds Liaison Officer. But my initial guess now is that they might be not later than Victorian. Right, I just found something which is there, and I wonder if you can guess what it is. So let's have a look. I think it's a jeton. These are medieval reckoning counters, also used as money substitute in certain games. They were produced in different parts of Europe from the 13th up to the 18th century. The French named it jeton. The English spell is jeton with double T. They were incredibly cheap at the time, made of copper or brass. These coin-like objects were used as a way of counting things. The first English jetons were produced during the reign of King Edward I. They were similar to the silver pennies with the portrait of the king, but had a piercing and were made of copper or brass instead. In the 14th century, during the reign of King Edward II and King Edward III, English jetons were produced considerably larger in size and without the king's portrait. The French jetons were very similar to the English jetons, but were never pierced. There was a variety of types produced in copper and brass. During the late medieval and post-medieval period, Nuremberg in Germany dominated the jeton market in England. Types depicting orb and cross, the maker's names, circle of crowns, a ship, the Lion of Venice, were very common jettons at the time.
I think it's a jetton. Yeah, it's a Nuremberg jetton. Not bad at all. Yeah, okay, I'll show some more pictures later. Happy days.
Jettons depicting the portraits of reigning British monarchs were produced from the 17th century. From King Charles II to King George III. Here is another common find on the Thames foreshore. It's a cast lead alloy token. It's unifaced, equal-armed cross with pellet, imitating long cross silver pennies. Dating possibly from the 1400s and thereabouts.
Okay, lovely time to the platform. Okay.